Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. The on-scene portion of our investigation into the January 29th mid-air collision near Reagan National Airport has wrapped up. We have the perishable evidence we need, so we want to provide an investigative update and talk about next steps. Let's begin. That's correct. We are looking at the possibility of there may be bad data. We're looking at, were they seeing something different in the cockpit that differs from the FDR data, which was radio altimeter?
In other words, they may have thought they're at one altitude when in truth they were at a different altitude.
It's possible, but we have a lot of work to do till we get to that. This particular flight was a check ride for the pilot flying the Black Hawk. Generally, a check ride is a practical exam that a pilot must pass to be qualified to perform specific aircrew or mission duties. The Army does 3 types of check rides: instrument, annual, and night vision goggles. This was a combined annual and night vision goggle check ride. We believe the helicopter crew was likely wearing night vision goggles throughout the flight, given the nature of the flight. Additionally, had they been removed, the crew was required to have a discussion about going unaided. Let me repeat that. Had they been removed, the crew was required to have a discussion about going unaided. There is no evidence on the cockpit voice recorder, or CVR, of such a discussion. The maximum altitudes along helicopter Route 1 are 1,300 feet between Cabin John and Chain Bridge, 1,000 feet at Chain Bridge, 700 just after Chain Bridge, 300 at the Key Bridge, and 200 feet just south of Memorial Bridge. In response, at 8:47:44, the Black Hawk crew indicated that traffic was in sight and requested visual separation, which was approved by DCA Tower. The instructor pilot then told the pilot flying they believed ATC was asking for the helicopter to move left toward the east bank of the Potomac. Now we're confident with the radio altitude of the Black Hawk at the time of the collision that was 278 feet. But I want to caution, that does not mean that's what the Black Hawk crew was seeing on the barometric altimeters in the cockpit. We are seeing conflicting information in the data, which is why we aren't releasing altitude for the Black Hawk's entire route. I'm going to turn that. Now, we will begin moving the wreckage from DCA to a secure location over the next week. Is there anything in the voice recorder that the crew of the Black Hawk could see or tell that there was an impending collision? We do not have any indication that the Black Hawk crew would have seen that. Aviation is the safest mode of transportation. I say this often. You are at greater risk getting into your car to and from the airport. On our nation's roads are 95% of all transportation deaths. 95%. We're talking 43,000 people are dying on our nation's roads annually, millions more injured. Aviation is incredibly safe. Thank you very much.